Well, most of the time on Purchase or Pass, we analyse two-bedroom investment units in the inner city. But this week, we're going to look at a more expensive three-bedder and see if it still ticks the boxes. Okay, let's take a look at it. It's a three-bedroom unit in a small block of 9, 7.8 kilometres from the CBD and just 600 metres to the local action. The property is pretty large for the area at 102 square metres and has a very large garage, which could potentially fit 2 cars in it. The property is in a great condition and not a cent needs to be spent. All right, guys, so let's take a look at this property. I mean, you can see the photos coming up there. What do you think? I mean, a lot of angles we could take here. I'm guessing it comes down to numbers and strategy of the buyer. Looks like not such a bad return for a safe investment. What are your thoughts? Starting with the positives, Charles.
Wow, it's a great, well, it looks like a great location from the view, but also the size of it is really an impressive part of it, because most of the apartments 7.8 kilometres from the city with a return that this one's particularly showing are quite expensive. And to get a 3-bedroom unit, 7.8 clicks, 35 square metre car parking, really quite positive, very, very positive. So I'd say those are the size and the car parking and the views are what I would say are 3 of the most significant positive features of the property.
With a car park, though, it really depends on location, I guess, to how valuable the car park is, right?
Well, it does, but most of the inner city areas, and this has to be close to that, have street parking or they have parking that might not be undercover. To have 35 square metres of parking is quite significant in a lot of the areas.
Tom, what are some of your positives on this one?
So, ticks location, the fact that you've got nothing to do, rental return at 5.5%, that beats what you're normally getting. That's close to the city, which is around 4 to 4.5. If you lock it in at a 5% interest rate on a fixed loan, you're talking about something that's revenue neutral.
Yeah, washes itself.
Small block of 9. Love that. Light and sunny with a view, it's all good. Some people will argue, Ingrid, that being a 3-bedroom unit, that you're going to have it more difficult to actually sell and rent because you've got to get 3 people to move into it.
Right.
I actually think the opposite, which is that you'll probably get a better quality tenant. You won't get like 3 guys or, you know, individuals moving in and sharing. You're more likely to get a family, more established, stronger incomes, more solid. So I like it.
What about in terms of strata levies? I mean, given it's a block of 9, can we assume that strata levies are probably smaller, like no elevator in the building, no big... I mean, obviously you've got to get a strata.
Yeah, no, it really does depend on the body corporate. There's so many places that are similar to each other where the body corporates run differently, so it really does come down to the body corporate. Any buyer looking at it is going to ask the question, or you expect their conveyancer or a lawyer to ask the question and to seek information on the body corporate to see how they're behaving or how they're working or what the sinking fund is like. So I think it really comes down to that at the end of the day. So.
Right, Tom, any negatives on it that you see?
The only thing is, being a bigger unit, it's at the upper end for the average values in a marketplace, and we all know that you want to be in the lower or the median area of the suburbs, so you are aiming to go for top dollar in that marketplace. But at the end of the day, a good property that's giving you that rental return, someone's going to sit there with a calculator and paper making their decision, and it stacks up good, 5.5%.
3 beds are pretty rare, you know, it's usually 1 bed sitters or 2 bedders. So 3-bedroom, even though it might be harder in some respect in renting or finding the right tenant, it's a very important part of it, that the capital gain side of it could be stronger because of the 3 beds. Absolutely. I think we've got a buyer anyway. Tom's interested.
Well,
so
Purchase or Pass. You're a buyer.
I'm a buyer.
You're buying?
I'm buying.
Charles?
Okay. Look, if it's in partnership with Tom, I'm going to buy.
Go hard?
Purchase?
Yeah, we'll go hard.
Double purchase.
We're purchasing.
Right there. Okay. It's nice.